I thought I'd just do a quick little comparison. This is a push rod I make. Okay, I've shown it a bunch of times. It's a hardened bolt. I cut the head off. And then put that on there, machine that on there, and that is so that it goes into the end here, and it's round. So if the angle changes and that stuff, it'll still push without a sharp point kind of thing. These get kind of expensive because I machine it down a little bit on each side here so that the stock factory return spring on the Datsuns can, for the trucks and the 411s that I do it for. Might be able to use this on a 311. Anyway, that way the spring will fit in between the clip and the clevis here without too much effort. Anyway, because those get kind of tedious and that stuff, those can get kind of expensive, and they're very specific to what they're for. Now, this is one that I found on eBay. It's actually from CPP, Classic Performance Products, and it was only 15 bucks shipped. So, I mean, that's a killer friggin' deal. And it comes with this boot, and the boot, this is a 15/16. This is a Nissan 78 280Z X, something like that. And I think that can get stretched over there. Put a little Vaseline or lubricant on it kind of thing. I think it can get stretched over there. But that's not the issue anyway. But you can see just how much bigger that is, and there's no way. Now, this could get remachined, but if you're going to remachine this thing, what's the point of buying it to start with? 15 bucks would be pretty cheap, but it's this clevis, and you need an 8mm pin, a 5/16, instead of this big ass Irken thing, which is, I'm sure, 3/8. So anyway, if you have a car that can use the big one, good chance it came from a Chevy truck. That's what it's replacing, I'm guessing. I don't know. I didn't look up the so it's a generic replacement. I'm not sure which master cylinders or whatever will use the thing. You could re-drill your hole on your brake pedal to fit the bigger one. You might have to add a washer or something on each side. It's going to be a little sloppy, but it could be made to work. You could literally cut it off with a hacksaw, put it in a drill from this end, and spin it on a grinder until you get a nice round end on here. Whether that's a 4.5-inch grinder or a bench grinder or something like that. So you could make it work. It'd be a nice cheap option for a DIY for yourself. I'm certainly not going to bother doing that. If I got to go through the grief of cutting it and remachining it and stuff like that, I'm going to do it with the better sized components use that I want it to be for, which is the old Datsun trucks or the 411. I need to check on the 311s. I think it might work for the Datsun 311 Roadsters. I didn't realize until recently that theirs are the mushroom-headed push rod that's captured, that are factory, and you really can't get those master cylinders anymore. So guys are upgrading them to the 510, and the 510 has this style. So it's just a matter of finding out exactly what length this needs to be. Anyway, this was just a comparison. For guys who don't want to spend the money on something like this, they can, do this, but they're going to be in for some modifications and re-drilling their brake pedal assembly and stuff like that too. So